Hey everyone, ChaosGiga here, and in today's video I wanted to cover a little bit about some more plans I have for this place. So, if you've been watching my videos, recently I just picked up a pair of elytra, and I've got them enchanted where I want them, but I can't really use them because I can't make fireworks, because I don't have enough gunpowder. So basically what I need to do is do something I have yet to do, and that's make a mob farm. So basically I'm gonna have to plan out where I want that mob farm to be, and unfortunately I'm probably not gonna do a video on it just because I have to teach myself on how to build one of these for the first time ever, and then maybe in the future I will show you guys a video on how I built that one in my brother's realm, because it's gonna be more difficult for me here. But well, I guess I could record myself and repost it with music in the background of it and have it sped up, because it's going to take a lot of building. It's going to take loads of time to build this place, and it's going to take a lot of space too. But it's going to be up in the air. It has to be up in the air because the mobs have to fall down to their deaths by like 30 to 40 blocks or so. So this will probably be the tallest thing in this area. And it also, importantly, it has to be close enough to my AFK location, which is the fish farm, obviously, right there in the center, which right here would be a perfect location for it. This is the location I have planned for it. So probably terraform this down for that. The other thing is I went that way as far as I could until there was desert, because we have desert behind. Well, basically, I found out we're surrounded completely by desert, so there's nothing other than plains and then desert. There was a little location where I found, I can't remember what it's called. It's a little bit, it's a savanna. That's what it is, savanna. But it came to a point where it got to really, really super high hills. So it's called an extreme savanna, I believe. Excuse me. So basically, I just came back. I could not find a tower anywhere for them pillagers to be spawned at. So I guess they're just random patrols that have just been spawning in after while I'm doing projects and stuff here, instead of like going out into the world or whatever. But I think today I want to explore a little bit more, and then I'll probably come back here and start some builds. I do have some other stuff planned. Like the mine, I want to completely clear it out and kind of build something down there. I don't know if I want to put the industrialized stuff down there, because most of it's going to be like farm stuff, so I'm thinking about putting it on that flat space right back there. Probably in another chunk though, to where it's not going to mess with some of this stuff, and it's going to cause a lot of lag because they're going to be really huge machines. And basically set up another fish farm there, or AFK site if you will, to allow anyone in the server to use it for farming lots of like sugarcane or other things. I haven't decided exactly what else. Another thing we'd like to do here, I'm sure, is to make a slime farm, which I'm not exactly sure about the slime farm thing. I'm not even sure how to make or find a slime block location, but I'll have to look that up, I guess. But so I'll have to do some research on that. The other thing I have planned is a map wall, and perhaps building a castle somewhere. I'm not sure, but it'd give us a reason to have horses and stuff to ride to it. But the sky's the limit, you know. There's just so many things that we can do here, even at the end of the game. But the one thing I really need right now is a mob farm, so I can get gunpowder, so we can make some fireworks, so I can use my elytra, and we can fly out further to explore. But I think right now I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to go explore in the ice area that I found and see if I can't find a mesa biome, because that's one thing I've been really wanting to find so bad, is a mesa biome, and I haven't been able to find one yet. That's why I was exploring out this direction and that direction. I even explored through the desert area where we first spawned in. I found some badlands, but I could not find a mesa biome, so I want to try to find one of those. But anyway, That's the plans. I'll come back and probably start the terraforming process for this mob farm. We'll go ahead and get that started and underway. I might just go ahead and do that as like a few videos, just so you guys can see that I'm building it legitimately. Plus, I got to redo some math figures on exactly how tall it has to be, and yeah, so there's just going to be a lot of things going on. But I'll come back whenever I've done my exploring. If I haven't found anything decent, we'll start on the mob farm. If I have found a mesa biome, I will be ecstatic, because I haven't been able to find one yet in this map. So I'll catch you guys a little bit later in the video. Alright, so after some exploring, I wasn't able to find any terracotta biome at all. So we're just going to go ahead and get started on trying to build this mob farm. The other thing, I think what I'm going to do for my mine is turn it into a slime chunk, or a slime farm, because I'm pretty sure it's right in the middle of a slime chunk. I'll have to confirm that later, but right now we'll just focus on this. So, I'm supposed to be counting how many blocks I'm going up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay. Now the reason for being up so high is so that when the mobs do fall off, it will hopefully kill them. That includes the ones with the armor, that will have armor on. So I cannot take credit for this design, but it seems like the most common design, and I don't even know who first invented it, so I'm not even going to try to look that up. So for right now, we're just going to focus on building a platform to put all this this clock thing together. And I brought me a bed with me so I can sleep up here as well. And I know that they suggest to use slabs, but I'm not going to use slabs right now. I'm going to just use cobblestone. Because most of this we are going to want the mobs to spawn on, so it will be full blocks. Anyway, so, alright, let's go ahead and place our shulker box. Let's go ahead and place our bed too, because it's about to be nightfall. Actually, I think it is nightfall. I'm hoping that I won't die. Here's to hoping that we don't fall off the edge. Okay, we ended up right in here, so that's good. Let's see, the other thing is we've got to create this system, so I think it's 5 blocks long. Well, I'm going to cut the video and then I'm going to come right back after I get this all figured out and I'll show you guys exactly what I did. Okay, we're back. So basically this is the setup for this. You have two pistons floating above some red torches with two hoppers in the center here. Let me just drop back down here to show you. These hoppers are connected to each other, so let me just crouch down so you can see kind of sort of what that looks like. So they actually connect to each other. So when you put items in them, and one of them, it just flows over to the other one until it has released all the items, and then it just goes back. And that's what basically moves through the comparators. It moves through the comparators into the pistons and transfers these red blocks back and forth. Every single time this red block hits this line of redstone, it sends a signal to this observer, which launches a water bucket out of this dispenser, and that forces the mobs from the center of the platforms we're about to build off the edge and to their death, basically. So yeah, pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and start building the platforms, and when I'm done with that, we will come back and take a look. It's just going to take a lot of climbing up and building several platforms. I think 4 platforms would be good. I'm not sure. We'll try 4 platforms and see how good that is with a roof on it, and then I might encase this in something to make it look a little prettier, I suppose, because they can look pretty ugly. Don't fall off. That was really close. Okay, so now I gotta try to get my shulker box without it falling off, and then I'm gonna have to jump up there and start building these platforms. So I'll come back when I've got all that done, guys. Okay, before I get too far, I wanted to go over what I'm doing with this. I'm on the final floor, and I'm starting on the roof. I'm making the roof twice as wide as this platform, kind of like the person whose videos I'm watching right now. So far nothing's spawned that I can tell. I don't know. I haven't heard any noises anyway. But basically it's you just stack an observer with a space in between the dispenser from the previous platform like this. So I have an empty space, or like you use a block. Here would be the observer, and then after that, right here where this block is here, that would be another dispenser on top of that. So, and then basically inside the observer, or inside the dispenser, we're putting a bucket of water because we want the water to come out and push the mobs off of the platform, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the roof and put some blocks into the pushing machine. Actually, I need to make a platform on the bottom too. Actually, no, I'm going to make that on the very bottom of this whole thing. So there's going to be a mirror image of this on the ground, and it's going to have a crap ton of hoppers in it, basically. So yeah, because we have enough iron to do that, and I just love the view from over here, the mansion and everything. Looks great. But eventually in the future I plan on encasing this with something. I'm not sure exactly what, but yeah, we'll come up with something just to make it darker, I think, because it's probably going to have to be made darker anyway. So, but I'll come back once I've got all this done and we'll see how it goes. Alright, we're back, everybody. So I don't recommend building it like the way I did exactly, with at least the bottom part here anyway. That is just a crap ton of hoppers. So obviously you probably want to build the platform that this that's suggested, which is you build it right below the timer that I built there at the bottom, and all the mobs would just drop in there, and you'd have water just instantly flowing from the outside. So like where these outer hoppers are, you'd have source blocks of water just pushing the mobs into the center, and there'd be like a 5-block, well, a 3x3, if you will, block of a center where the water just pushes them right off, and then they fall to their deaths on top of a more simpler, I think he had it set up to where it was like a, we had a 3x3 hole, and he had a 5x5 of nothing but hoppers underneath, or 6x6, something like that. Anyway, that's much less hoppers. It is working so far. It's not as busy as I thought it would be, but it's only been the first couple of nights that I've used it so far, so I don't think it's gonna do too much until I like AFK fish farm or AFK with it going. So like I said, I plan on doing something different. I plan on like definitely surrounding that with some sort of something, I don't know, later on. Until then, I'm just going to go ahead and let it work. I'm gonna go grab my fishing pole and let my guy AFK fish and for a while, and we'll come back and see exactly how much it collects within maybe a couple hours. We'll see how well it does in a couple hours. So I'll be back after a couple hours, guys. Alright, it's been about almost 3 hours of AFK fishing. It's nighttime right now, so I'm going to take a quick... Oh, maybe I won't. I don't know what happened to the music there. Ooh, we got some nice loot already. Lure 2. Let's just take a look at this stuff real quick. Unbreaking 3, Death Strider. Death Strider 3, nice. Another one of those. Only filled about one chest. So that's for 3 hours. So maybe that might be enough for like 15 hours worth of AFK fishing then. I think that'll be a lot darker and I'll make a lot more mobs whenever I enclose it. Plus I'll have to see if... I don't know if the farm, the experience farm we have down in the underground cavern might actually be messing with that too, so we'll have to see. But until then, we're going to go over here and we're going to see exactly how much we've been getting for at least the 3 hours of AFK. And it's not that bad actually. I was expecting a lot worse. Check the very top one, I think. Nope. So it's actually going to siphon all the way down to the bottom one. Nice. Alright. Well, we've already got a full stack of gunpowder. That's good. So the only thing I have left to do now, really, is to make a paper farm. So sugarcane. But I want to finish this off and make this look a lot better. I might do that in my own spare time because it takes a long time to climb all the way up there. And do things too, because I want to enclose that too. So I might do that in my own free time. Besides, I'm wanting to make a lot of red concrete for that, and I'm going to have to make a little system for the concrete to get turned into concrete from concrete powder, because I'll have to make the concrete powder. I can show you guys how I'll make the concrete and stuff like that for it before doing it, and then show you what it looks like afterwards when I'm done enclosing that. But right now, that is a very, very decent farm for the gunpowder, string, and bone. So I'm gonna get some bone meal too, which is another good thing to have for those trees, for that tree farm, which is really nice. The next thing on my agenda is to start working on the mine. I need to double check and make sure, but I'm pretty sure that there's a slime block in that area. I'll let you guys know in the next video if there is or not. I also want to work on a map wall, which is going to have to wait till after I make the paper farm. I'm thinking about out there, behind the tree farm, or at least beside it, right there on that flat spot there. Be a nice spot to make an industrial-sized sugarcane farm. I have to figure out exactly what the boundary is, but I think we've got a decent-sized chunk here, so. Pretty sure that, yeah, so if I'm at the fish farm right here, Yeah, we can still see that over there, so it can still grow, and we can have it just auto farm the sugar canes as they grow. The mob farm would be working. We'll be getting stuff from this. We'll be getting iron. Yeah, that's gonna be good, guys. That's gonna be really good. Get a lot of stuff. What else is there to do besides that? Because there's other things that I want to make as well. Wheat will be growing as well. I'll have to harvest that. I'm trying to think of what else there is to make that I would require, but I think paper and gunpowder are musts right now for my elytra, so I can actually start using it. Because I want to make a map wall. I also want to be able to fly and find new locations to... Yeah, the wheat's already fully grown. Need to harvest it already. What else would there be to make? Not really sure. I definitely want that slime farm though. That's gonna have to be a first though, actually, because I can't make I can't make the sugarcane farm without slime blocks and sticky pistons. So I'm gonna have to make that first. So I'm gonna have to get back to you guys on that. Basically, I think we'll be working on the mine next, guys, in the next video. And I might be able to do the layout for that sugarcane farm. I can do the layout for it at least. Get that started. So you guys can get a rough idea. I'll have to also terraform that land over there a little bit too, so... But I think that's the gist of what's going to be going on for a while. Down in the mine, I'll be clearing out all of the central space that we've already mined before going through and probably mining out some obsidian out of the floor, just because we don't have that much obsidian, and obsidian's always nice to have a lot of, especially if we want to make a decently protected building at some point in time, maybe a storage building or a castle, something like that out here. And or just maybe make a new location with a castle that's made of obsidian and stuff. I don't know. There's one thing I do want to do, but I might do that in a single player creation map instead of here, and then I might just pull that in here. I don't know. I want to build a huge underground like city, but there has to be like huge mountains next to each other, and the only way I could create huge mountains or find huge mountains was to create them myself, which I've basically already done with World Painter, and I can show you guys that sometime in a video, but right now I want to focus on this. Some other videos are going to be made on Rust's world because we've been pretty busy in it as well. Rust and I have designed quite a bit in his world so far. We've got a huge map wall in his world now. And we've got an industrialized zone in the works as we speak. Yeah, there's just lots of things to show you guys. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Right now, that's just a rough draft. It's not even finished yet. I want to enclose that in something to make it look kind of, I guess you could say, prettier or just better looking. And the base thing there, I want to make that look better too. I think cobblestone looks like crud, if I'm being honest. I think red concrete will look nice, just because we get a lot of red poppies from the... Yeah, look at that. They're just falling to their death. I love it. That clog works like a charm. Kudos to whoever designed this. I mean, I can't take credit for this, but it's an awesome thing, and it actually works really nicely. And the only reason why I made so many hoppers, guys, again, is because my iron farm puts out so much iron. I guarantee you in that 3 hours time, we're almost full on iron again. I've got so many iron blocks still left. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about digging my storage sorter chests down another chest, so I have three chests in the bottom there. Yeah, the bottom's already almost full. Yeah. All it's got left for in here is the poppies. I use a lot of those to make the hoppers we have there now, so I kind of emptied it out again already, so if you want to think about it, because of all the hoppers there, because 2 full stacks of 64 plus one, like a half a stack, I think, if I remember right, of chest, it makes a stack of hoppers, or makes 25 hoppers, if I recall. I can't remember. I know it was like, it was over 50 hoppers for all that. It was actually, I think it was over 64, so I think it was like a stack and a quarter for that whole area. So I do not recommend that one. I would recommend building this right here as blocks with, like I said, a 3x3 hole in the center where the water's pushing them out, and then they just fall to their death on a like 6x6 area of hoppers at the bottom. Definitely, if you guys don't have this kind of iron farm already full-fledged going and stuff, because I mean that's not really that hard to design. There's several videos on it too. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. I will catch you guys in the next video, which will probably be finishing that off in red concrete, or actually just going to the mine. I'll show you guys how I make the concrete though, because I'm gonna have to do something with turning concrete powder into concrete, because we can make lots of concrete. We got lots of gravel and lots of sand. Well, not so much sand, but got plenty of gravel. We'll probably get more gravel too. We got, well, there's not that much sand left because I had to use a lot of it for glass, but I'll work on getting some more of that. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.